All right, so if you want to cut up a whole chuck roll, you're gonna need a couple of things. You're going to need a cutting board. You're gonna need a knife. You're gonna need a chuck roll. You're gonna need a tray to store things that you cut on. You're going to need a vacuum sealer and vacuum sealer bags, and that's it. So this is a chuck roll right here. I got it at Costco for $151.67 for $5.99 a pound. This is 25.32 pounds. Same price as ground beef. What I'm gonna do here is cut it into individually sliced steaks and show you what you can do with it. So I've had this in the freezer for about 2 hours just to get it a little firm so it cuts a little bit better. Trust me, it's worth it. Oh, and have a beater rag with you, it's necessary. So this side of the chuck roll, which is the thin side, is where all the best chuck eye steaks are. This is where the chuck roll, the shoulder of the cow, meets with the rib eye of the cow. So these are your most tender cuts. This fat side over here is typically the tougher area. So I'm gonna guesstimate about 1 inch and just start cutting out some of these chuck eye steaks. So that's what I work with. A lot of people cut this off and use that for something else and just call this the chuck eye. I don't really feel like that's necessary. Just eat this whole steak, it's all delicious. 1, you just continue down. And that's number 2. I mean, look at that, man. This is absolutely amazing looking. Number 3. There we go. And then I'll cut probably until about it looks like 1 steak is too much for a single serve. Like once you're getting in the 25-ounce territory. There you go, but you can see this is part of a Denver steak here. You can choose to cut those out themselves, or you can just do what I do and cut it straight down. Now you have like some tougher pieces, some more tender pieces, but look at that marbling. That is a steak. A lot of people say that chuck rolls are way too tough to use for steaks, but I disagree. You can sous vide them, you can cook them low and slow, reverse sear. There's so many different things you can do with them, and they are just all around as delicious as a ribeye. So if you don't want to go to butcher school, you don't have to. You just pretty much do what I'm doing. This is the 5th one I'm cutting. Look at the size of this steak. This is one that I would start to consider cutting in half, because what I'm doing here is cutting single serve steaks. So that's about 1 inch, 1.5 inches thick. You got part of the Denver in there and then some extra scrags. I don't even know what they're called, but it really does not matter. We are not butchers here. And just so you guys know, there's all this silver skin and tough gristly part on the chuck roll. Most people trim that off. However, if you're on the carnivore diet like I am, you don't need to trim that off. All of that stuff is so healthy for you, and it's pure collagen. People take collagen supplements. That doesn't work. You just eat the gristly parts. Is it a luxury steak experience? Not exactly. I mean, this is better than just eating nothing but ground beef. So now from here on out, I'm going to start cutting these in half. And these are still huge steaks. And you can see all that wonderful marbling in there. I mean, I don't know why people discount the chuck roll, man. We just continue. Boom, boom. And this is all we're doing the entire way down. Definitely helps to have a big, sharp knife. This one comes from Seaside Knives. They work awesome. They make the best, sexiest knives ever. But I mean, man, look at these hunks of meat. These are going to start getting tougher as they go down, but trust me, they're still worth it. Cut nothing off, eat it all. If you're doing this casually and you just want to save money and get more meat, then you can do some trimming. But really, you're just trimming off the hard parts. There's nothing to it. You don't need a master class to do this. You just do it. If you do it without freezing it, you might do it once and be like, I don't want to do that anymore. So freezing it is definitely necessary, especially for your first time, because I don't want you to end up hating it. And then we're just going. And we have this whole stack. And then what I'm gonna do for this last end here, because it gets difficult to start cutting into steaks, I'm gonna cut this in half. And then boom, we have 2 chuck roasts. Throw those in the slow cooker. Beautiful. The next part is the fun part. We're gonna vacuum seal these and package them so we can keep just pulling them out as needed. Yeah, definitely clean as you go too, because I've done the whole thing where I just keep making mess on mess on mess. Then you got a mountain to climb when you're done, and wifey does not like that. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get out our vacuum sealer. I absolutely love this one right here. This is from LEM. They make like all the best stuff. If you want something nice, get LEM. I can put a link for this stuff in my description. I got a meat grinder from them as well. Love me some LEM stuff. It's built to last for sure. This did come with a whole thing. Fits right in here, a roll that you just pull out. And cut, but I used them all. So I just went out real quick and got some large bags here because these allow me to stuff a lot more in. I get more bag usage. I can cut them out. I pull them out more at once. I like the large bags. These are pre-sealed. But we're gonna bag and count at the same time here. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I can fit about 3 in there comfortably. And I will stack that back there. 4, 5, 6, we can get another one in here. 7, wham. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, holy crap. 13, probably get one more in here. 14, yeah. Some of these are cut so thick they could just be roasts on their own. But I'm a big boy. I eat 2 steaks a day and like 10 eggs, and this is how I do it. What am I at? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 steaks, and 1, 2 roasts. So we got 20 steaks, 2 big old roasts for 151 bucks. I mean, come on, man. People still out there talking crap on the chuck roll. I don't know what is wrong with people. But anyway, we are going to vacuum seal these, and these will stay fresh up to 3 years in your freezer. Turn it on, obviously. Open it up, put it down under the Sure Seal. Close it, auto vacuum seal, and then we wait. There we have it. 1 down. Repeat until done. Oh, you can also, if your vacuum sealer has this moist setting, it might be best to use that because then it'll stop before it starts sucking too many juices out. There we go. Two down. Three down. Tight seal. 4 down. Ah, so satisfying. 5 down. 6 down. And then we got 2 roasts, and what I'm gonna do is try to separate these in here so we get a little space in between them so they don't stick together. Put that in there, lift that up on the second rung. This is how I do it, and then I pull this tight and you'll see what it does once I close it. There we go. Boom, 2 roasts. Let's go. LEM, I'm telling you, I love this thing. And then here we go. All of this, 20 huge steaks and 2 big roasts for 151 bucks. Put these all in the freezer, let them freeze, pull them out, air fry them from frozen, let them thaw, put them in your oven, cook them in a steel pan. It don't matter. All I'm saying is if you want to save money and have options, this chuck roll is the way to go. You can also ground this. This is the perfect ratio for ground beef. Most ground beef is chuck. That's where it comes from. So like if you just buy the chuck and you happen to have a vacuum sealer and a meat grinder attachment or something, or an actual meat grinder, it's the most versatile cut you could possibly get. Keep it simple. You don't need to cut this thing into 17 different cuts of meat. That's just rules and labels people put on things. You just eat the steak, man. You eat it. That's how you cut up a chuck roll. Do the whole like and subscribe thing if you want to, or don't. I don't give a fuck.